Welcome to the Before You Plan the Magic podcast. I'm Sam.
And I'm MK, and we're two travel agent besties on a mission to help you grow more confidence, creativity, and customer service within your travel business.
Like what you hear? Connect with us on Instagram at The Happiest Things Co. for more. Hey. What you hear? Connect with us on Instagram. MK doesn't have her phone muted. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, my phone was not muted. My apologies, everyone.
Okay, well, happy Wednesday. We are Sam, MK, and Christy. Your
Christy too.
And Christy too. So it's Wednesday, middle of the week. Very excited because it's my first Step Aerobics Wednesday night class of the year. I'm very excited. I love it.
Very fun. Very fun.
MK, you look very cozy in your sweater.
I made my sweater. I'm excited. Yes, it's my first time wearing this specific one. I have the same thing in a different way, but it's my first time wearing this one. So I told Sam that she had to ask me about it.
And I did.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you.
All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about DTA updates first. We have the newscast, which I have not watched yet.
Me neither. And it's on my list because I can't tell clients what's changing if I don't know.
Has anyone watched it and who is watching right now in the comments? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know if you've watched it.
Give us the highlights. Yeah, give us the bullet points.
Yeah, what do we have to know? I know that which this wasn't probably part of the newscast, but I do know that yesterday was Big Thunder Mountain's last day for a hot minute. So
Nest Vacations watched it. How was it?
Yeah. Bridget from Adventures by Bridget has not watched it.
Same. We need the highlights, Nest Vacations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't really anything new in it.
Perfect.
That track. I was going to say, sounds about right.
All right. Well, next, the foodie guide to the Lunar New Year. I love the foodie guides. I don't know if anyone else really enjoys the foodie guide, even though I'm not going to Disneyland or going to be there during Lunar New Year. I think it's super fun to look. And also, me and my son like to make dupes of the recipes because it's fun, and also because I have a gluten allergy and I can't eat them most of the time. So making them.
I was gonna say, do you think because I know for me, I like to pre-plan a lot of my food. So because I can't eat something everywhere. So like I find the foodie guides extremely helpful because it allows me to pre-plan and set realistic expectations for myself on what I will actually be allowed to eat.
Yeah, but with the with like a gluten allergy, they don't normally say whether something is gluten-free or not. So
Mickey Waffle said, I always say the foodie guides would make the most beautiful coffee table books. Yes, that sounds like something somebody needs to create.
Yeah, it's me and Bo like to make series of them. We normally put them on the YouTubes. Nest Vacations, the way I wish they would bring Lunar New Year to World. Yeah. I feel like Disneyland has the best events.
90s night, y'all.
Sweet.
I
need
can't.
to go.
I may or may not have tried to figure out a way to get there for 90s night because I was like, that just sounds like the absolute most fun. Anything that's going to involve Disney Channel and like Disney Channel original movies from back in the day. Quince was one of my favorites, and Smart House was Quince and Smart House, man, I love them.
The way that I truly felt Quince, because I'm the oldest sister to triplets. And Quince came out and it's like the same age as Kimberly J. Brown. So I felt very, very attached to Quince.
You probably felt very seen. And now I think about Smart House and I'm like, the way that so much of this is actually real life now is terrifying to me. And my house could lock me inside it and tell me, like, no, you can't leave. And what would I do? Like, what would I do? Do I know? No, I haven't thought that far. But here we are.
Okay, other thing. Florida resident offer.
So I will not be able to take advantage of this one because I don't have my Florida seller of travel. So that's something really, yeah, that's something really important to remember is you need a Florida seller of travel to advertise, market, and promote this offer. Yeah, there are a few states that have seller of travel offers. So anytime you see a California resident offer, anytime you see a Florida resident offer, obviously they're not going to be Washington State or Hawaii offers, although there might be Hawaii offers for Alani, but just keep that in mind. Ask yourself, do I have a seller of travel? If the answer is no, maybe pick something else.
Yes, that is a very good reminder, MK. Thank you for that.
Anytime. Anytime.
Next, Before You Plan the Magic, podcast number 1 is out now. It dropped yesterday morning.
Yes.
And we dove into email marketing. It is out now. We'll put it in the description when we're done so that you can go listen to it. But it's on Apple Podcasts. It's on our website. It's on YouTube Podcasts and Spotify. Plenty of places that you can listen to it. And we're super excited about it. And next Tuesday, we will go in more depth with email marketing.
And if you want to leave a review, that is always something super helpful when something new is starting out. So if you want to support us in a very real and tangible way, leaving a quick review on what you thought of the episode is a great way to do that so that more people who are looking for things like this can find it.
So true. Okay, let's talk about planning. We're planners. It's what we do. I have a question for Christy. What is your favorite part in the planning process?
It is so hard. I guess Magic Kingdom. There's just so many attractions and so much of it depends on, are you a morning person? Like, are you going to rope drop? Are you not going to rope drop? Are you going to do multi-pass? Are you not going to do multi-pass? And, you know, like, are you more interested in characters? Are you more interested in, you know, there's so many variables, but I feel like that's when you can get to know your clients the best. It's probably Magic Kingdom.
How do you do it like the same way for all of your clients, or is it more like vibes, like how you get to know your clients and match them with their itinerary?
I'm a big vibes person, so definitely by vibes. Yeah, but I mean, there are obviously like a few standard beginner, we're starting to plan questions, like priorities, what's your must do, that sort of thing. And then it's all vibes from there.
I feel like for me, and I'm probably not alone in this, I think as planners, we can get into our own heads and our own experiences when we meet with clients. And also, it's the ADHD in me. I do this where I will start talking in the middle of a sentence, and I didn't include the first part of the sentence. And sometimes I feel like that happens with travel too. Like we kind of start in the middle of the sentence. And sometimes our clients don't even know that Universal is not the same as Disney World. Those are separate entities. And you're really like, ooh, you really have to like start like, oh, step back, step back, step back. Because we kind of like, I know I hop into it like, okay, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And it's like, okay, but where is Harry Potter land? And I'm like, oh, let's go back to 101. And yeah, that's always
I think even within Disney, like I was listening to a different podcast the other day and the girl called it MGM and I was like, they were like, it's not MGM, but like, what is MGM? And so just remembering that like people aren't going to be caught up on the latest terminology, like, especially with things like multipass. We can just say multipass. We know exactly what that means. But like, if you haven't gone since pre-COVID, you're still going to think it's called Fast Pass. You're still going to think it's a free thing. Magic bands used to be a free thing. So like addressing that and how they can be a really beneficial part of your trip. But you have to pay for them and like, is it worth it and stuff like that. So, you know, all of those, like you said, are 101 basics. I love asking my clients in the very initial stages of the trip for vibes purposes, like what are three, when you're talking to your friends once you come home, what are three words you want to be able to, like, what are three emotion words you want to be able to use to describe your vacation? And then I kind of reverse engineer that to figure out what I need to do to make those words happen.
Yes, I love that. Shoot, what was I gonna say? Something about I saw some things and in some travel agent pages that I'm in, and I feel like sometimes our messaging can get pretty muddled because we expect our clients to know things and not know things, I guess. So when you are educating them like on multipass and things like that, probably don't worry about saying, well, this used to be called Genie Plus or whatever, because your client probably doesn't know that anyway, and it just makes it really confusing, especially if you're doing graphics, because the more text and colors and things that you're putting on your page, the more confusing it is to the eye. And my client that hasn't been to Disney World ever or in the last like 15 years, they don't really need to know what Genie Plus was. You know what I mean? So figuring out that like really simple, clean way of educating your clients so that they don't go into it more confused than they were before.
I think with that too, if you notice you're getting the same question over and over again, like, or the same, we want to do this, and then you have to do a lot of explaining, mark that down as a content piece. Like that's a great, you know, I know one of the questions we asked for emails was like, what are you struggling with? That's if you're getting the same question over and over again, great email topic to go ahead and put in your client sequence. So that if they know the answer, great, they already knew the answer. But if they don't, then you've just made their life a little bit easier and you've answered it. But, you know, you've anticipated a need, which can be tremendously helpful and really showcase your expertise.
True. Okay, well, final thoughts for this Wednesday morning.
Hope everyone has a really great day. And if you aren't already in the TA Bestie Facebook group, definitely go join that. We are talking more and like we're going deeper on the podcast episodes in there. So if you want extra help or like extra support, that's definitely a place to go hang out.
Yeah, come hang out with us over there. Yeah, we hope you give the podcast a listen and a subscribe if you would like to do that. That would be amazing. And if you want to go over to the YouTube and subscribe over there, we're trying to get those. Pause. Slight rant. You can subscribe, but follows and subscribes are just vanity numbers, and it's not going to hurt my feelings. If you enjoy my content and you don't subscribe, that's okay. I realize that that's not always the thing that you first think of, and then, you know, you still enjoy the content. That's totally fine. But if you think of it, then go ahead and hit that subscribe so you're always on top of everything that we're putting out. But don't get discouraged if you don't have a large following or big numbers. That has nothing to do with the number of bookings you have for this year. So, with that, we will see you on Friday, and we're going to put the links to everything in the description. So, go check there if you are looking. And we will see you then.
Yeah.
Y'all good?
Yeah. Have a great day, everyone.
All right. Bye.
Thanks so much for listening to Before You Plan the Magic, a podcast with a mission to help you grow in confidence, creativity, and customer service within your travel business.
Like what you hear and want to connect on a deeper level? Join us on Instagram at the Happiest Things Collective.